Does your mid-back hurt when you look down? If you get pain in your middle back between your shoulder blades when you tuck your chin and stretch the back of your neck, I'll explain what's causing it and how you can fix it in this video. Hey beautiful humans! I'm Sukie Baxter, founder of Whole Body Revolution, where I help you to rewire yourself for greater health, happiness, and success. If you're new here, make sure you click that subscribe button so you never miss a video update, and all of the links to everything I mentioned in this video you can find linked in the description box below. Let's get into it. When it comes to middle back pain, most people are treating the symptom and not the problem. In order to understand why your mid-back hurts when you look down, it's important to know that there are actually two types of tight muscles, those that are locked short and those that are locked long. In the case of middle back pain, the muscles that are actually causing the problem are the ones that are locked short, tight chest and shoulder muscles. These pull your shoulders into a forward rounded curve and stretching the muscles along your back and spine, which are then locked long or basically stuck in an isometric contraction, pulling against the shortened muscles of your chest. You feel pain in your back and shoulder muscles because they're constantly being stretched. This is the same type of pain that you would feel if you stretched your hamstrings, for example, except that it's prolonged. Unfortunately, we don't usually notice that muscles are tight until we try to use them or stretch them. So most people are addressing the painful muscles in their back with massages and foam rollers and totally ignoring their tight chest muscles, which generally don't hurt. And while massaging your back might give you temporary relief, what we really need to do is relax your tight chest muscles to restore balance to your back and shoulders. Now, before we get into the exercises that I would recommend to stretch your shoulders and fix your mid-back pain, I just want to note that when you've had muscle tension in an area of your body for many, many years, it has become a neural habit. Studies have shown that this kind of chronic subconscious tension persists at all times, even when you're asleep. Simply doing a stretch once or twice won't completely eradicate the problem. For long-term relief, you're going to need to repattern your postural habits through practices that essentially reset your nervous system, releasing stored stress and tension. These exercises that I'm going to show you are a good place to start, but for a deeper discussion of how your body gets tight, check out the free Pain-Free at Any Age video series linked in the description box below. Okay, let's get into the exercises. Okay, so the first exercise I'm going to show you is a simple band pull exercise. You will need some kind of elastic band or TheraBand for this practice. So go ahead and hold your band in front of you. You're going to wrap it around your hand so that you've got it securely. Depending on how strong your band is, you may need to widen your grip or narrow your grip. You can adjust as we go. And all you're going to do is simply bring the band in front of you, keep your elbows parallel to the floor, so not too low, not too high, but nice and parallel. And you're simply going to squeeze the muscles at the base of your shoulder blades, so across your mid-back together, to draw your elbows back and stretch the band. So it looks like this. Now, some things to note. I am not opening my arm to stretch the band, so this isn't about this kind of a movement where I'm actually using my elbow to open the band. I'm really squeezing my back and squeezing my shoulder blades together to draw the band wider. My elbow angle stays exactly the same. You really want to focus on squeezing the muscles at the base of your shoulder blades here and not the muscles at the tops of your shoulders. You do not want your shoulders to shrug up as you're doing this. So you don't want this kind of a thing going on where your elbows are coming up as you do it, but you also don't want your elbows to drop down. So commonly, when I am showing this exercise to people, I see one or both elbows kind of go down like this. And then you're using really more shoulder muscles here in the upper arm rather than the muscles of your back. So you want to keep your elbows nice and parallel and squeeze your shoulder blades together. I recommend doing this throughout the day, particularly if this has been a postural habit for a long time. This is a very easy exercise to do quickly and periodically throughout the day. It doesn't take a lot of space and it doesn't take a lot of time to do it. Anywhere between about 5 and 10 repetitions at a time is a good place to start. Okay, for this next exercise, go ahead and come to a wall and place your hands on the wall above your head, but not as high as you can reach. And then what you're going to do is, keeping your arms nice and straight, you're going to bring your chest close to the wall. And this will start to open up the front of your body. And we're just going to hang out here for a moment, reaching your chest as close to the wall and the floor as you can so that you get a nice stretch through your arms, through the front of your shoulder, through your chest. Making sure that you are breathing. Really pushing your chest towards the wall, making sure you're not hyperextending your low back. Good. Now put your arms on the wall straight out in front of you in line with your shoulders, palms flat. And you're going to step back and come down, bringing your chest towards the floor. Again, keeping a neutral spine, so make sure that you're not hyperextending your back as you do this, but that you're lifting your tailbone towards the sky and pressing your chest towards the floor. And then go ahead and release that. For this next exercise, you will need a kettlebell, and I will link to my favorite source for buying kettlebells in the description box below. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can sub in a dumbbell for short term, but I do really like this equipment for this exercise. So what you're going to do is lie on the floor, and you're going to take the kettlebell and you're going to place it next to your shoulder. Now you want to be using a kettlebell that you can comfortably lift. So this kettlebell weighs 12 kilos. That might be too much for you, or it might be too little for you. So you're going to have to experiment and see what works for you. What you're going to do is you're going to press the kettlebell straight out, and keeping your right knee bent, you're going to keep your arm locked out. You're going to bring your left arm overhead, and you're going to press your right foot into the floor, and you're going to roll to your left side. Keep your eye on the kettlebell, and you're gently, at this point, going to bring your right leg across, bring your right hip down to the floor, and press the right side of your chest towards the floor as much as you can. You'll feel a contraction through the muscles in your back on the right shoulder, and a nice stretch along the front. And then reverse the process, coming back to the original starting point. Lower the kettlebell, and we'll do the other side. So from this side, you're going to take your left hand and you're going to lock the kettlebell out, keeping your arm straight, elbow straight, shoulder locked. Left knee is bent, right arm comes up above your head. You're going to press your left foot into the floor. Your left hip is going to come up, roll across your body. From this standpoint, it really helps to keep your eye on the kettlebell. It helps with the balance. Bring your left foot across. And I find here I'm stable enough to bring my head down and work my chest down toward the floor. Again, you'll feel a contraction through the muscles in the left shoulder and the back, and a nice stretch along the front. And then bringing your eyes back to the kettlebell, bring your left leg across, foot on the floor, lower yourself back to the floor, and bring the kettlebell down. Now you can do repetitions of this, maybe 3 to 5 on either side. You can also just get into that position and hang out there and allow your body to open up. And this will build strength in the back while stretching along the front of your body. Okay, so there you have it. 3 exercises to fix your posture and eliminate mid-back pain when you look down. If you found this video helpful, I'd love it if you'd give it a like, and remember to subscribe so you never miss an important video update. I'll see you in the next one.